Hello and welcome back. This is LCX presents a Game of Thrones Genesis. So where we play through the campaign on Expert. It's a little bit of how-to, a little bit of a review. This is level 13, Prosperity, during the Conquest of Dorne chapters. So this is about Daeron, or Daeron. I just call him Darien. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but whatever. I feel a little bit sorry for him actually. He does some good work. I didn't really get to talk about him too much in the last game because I was focusing on getting it done in under 10 minutes. But this one you don't even get to see Darien. So apparently he's just pissed and he wants money. So in this mission, this is kind of one where you got to build a lot of merchants. I'll just tell you what I'm doing here first, and then I'll explain sort of what the level is. So basically, I'm just queuing up all the merchants I can, and then sending them in a clockwork fashion. So I'm starting at 9 o'clock, and then sending them to 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and sending them to the different cities. So it's not one where you automatically get merchants, and I kind of like to think of this as a mission where you're a plate spinner and you've got like 12 spinning plates, and just got to keep those plates spinning and spinning and spinning, and when a merchant dies, it's like the plate sort of collapsing and falling over, and you've got to get it back up and running. And so basically there's the 12 cities, I think it's 12, that you've got to get the merchants going at, and then all hell breaks loose and assassins come and rogues come and they try and fuck up your shit, and so you got to deal with that. So there you go, there's a small problem in the north, and there's a whole bunch of merchants dying. But merchants are actually free, excuse me, and that's what's highlighted there in blue. When you click a merchant, that means it's just going to take up time to build a new one. And if you use the mini-map to assign merchants to cities, it makes it a hell of a lot easier, because a little bag will appear over that city if it doesn't have a merchant. And if it already has one, then it will show the X or the cross. So basically there's about 3 assassins up north running loose. So I've sent a spy up there to a spot where I know 1 or 2 of them is going to be. I think I get a little bit of a lucky break on this mission. So there you can see on the mini-map, X, okay, I'm just making sure where I can send him, just to see how many more merchants I need to build. And probably good to get a guardsman at first, because guardsmen, I discovered on this level, are pretty good. Not only can they arrest a unit straight away, but if there's rogues, causing turmoil or whatever, an uprising in one of your cities, you just get the guardsman to sort it out. You either need to have an assassin or a guardsman, and that's basically it. So guardsmen are your sort of fairly good grunt unit. They can deal with a lot of the underhand sort of units, noble ladies and spies and that sort of stuff. So here I managed to see a few of the assassins and their days numbered, but I'm just, as they're killing my merchants, I'm just rebuilding them and just sending them to those cities, because this is called Prosperity, and this is all about getting money. So you've got to just keep those plates spinning, keep those merchants going, and the longer you keep the merchants going as well, then the quicker they'll level up, and the quicker you'll earn more coin. This is where I said I might have had a little bit of a luck, because all of the assassins, they've done their killings, and then they've all just sort of just hid up here on the top. I don't know, they're having a bit of a party or something, a conference going on. I have no idea, but that's why, having the guardsman is quite good, because I can just go click, 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 and I'll arrest all of them. So I think there's 2, I don't know if there's a third, or maybe, oh yeah, and there's a third. Yeah, so they're all just stacked on top of each other. I have no idea why that happened, but anyway, that's how I deal with that. And as soon as you deal with the ones in the north, he goes on about rogues, causing trouble in the south. So you got to go sort that out. Which cities it happens first in, I'm not too sure, but as you can see, the blue dot I've got down there in the south, I kind of preempted that and sent some bowmen down there. because you can kill wandering uprise men, but you can't kill the ones in the city, and they can kill rogues as well. So there, one of my places on fire, two of my places on fire, and that's my cell phone. I will have to get that. Jesus, right. Jesus, right, okay. Crisis averted. So, anyway, back into it. So, yeah, so they got the uprising there. I can see the little uprising going from city to city doing the plague. And they can actually spread quite quickly, because if you get one rogue going, up along the right-hand side, and then the torchmen going along the left-hand side, then, they can go from city to city to city. And how you can tell that a city has been infected with, a rogue or an uprising is it won't have a little orange patch around it. Oh, there, see, I can see the rogue. He's on the right-hand side, so I wanna nab him. I want to, there we go, I'm sending the guardsman down to hopefully take care of him. And always keep your eye on the mini-map, and, just to see any new little red dots popping up. But the guardsmen are definitely one of the better ways to deal with this sorts of issues. But I've got kind of the bowmen in the middle there, and they will, fight off any sort of wandering units that come by the middle, such as these horsemen here. And my guardsmen can help out with them as well, because they're quite strong against the horsemen. There we go. So what's he want? So okay, he wants me to kill. Yeah, okay. So basically now I just got to earn an extra $1,000 than what I've already got. So right up until that point, if you've got money, you can spend it. So I think I got 221 gold, I suppose I can spend. Yeah, he just wants 1,000 dragons or whatever they're called. But with this checkpoint, as you can see, that there's like a couple archers, red archers on the left and the right. Sorry, on the left and the top left. So I'm just dealing with the units in the middle, and bear in mind that these would have killed my merchants on those cities, and so I haven't quite replenished those merchants yet, so that's something that can be a little bit more on top of it. So when there's a red dot, you have to see whether it's just like an uprising or a rogue, or if it's an actual enemy unit. So I'm just killing off that last horse guy. If he lets me run him down, there we go. And then I'll be taking those archers out. And the horsemen are strong against archers, so that's why I'm sending those there. And having a look in the top left to see that it's more archers as well. And then there's these horsemen, so I'm sending my guardsmen in that direction to take care of those horsemen. And they won't actually take over your cities unless I suppose you let all the uprising take, complete control. But you can definitely turtle this level. Just turtle your way through it and just recapture your towns when you can. So I like to deal with all of the enemy units first and deal with all of the threats, just killing off all the units, and then just kind of getting the gold from there, rather than going, oh my god, I need gold, or try and have units running around and trying to quell the uprising and kill the rogues and all that sort of stuff. I'm just like, no, deal with one thing at a time, kill all the armies first, then from there I can sort of move on and deal with the next sort of problem, because it's not too much of a threat in this. If you're playing someone for real though, you would have to actually try and deal with everything at once, if you can sort of micro your way through it. So I think this is the last of the armies. I don't think they generate any more armies, and what I should have been doing this entire time is rebuilding those merchants, but I don't think I realised how much I've lost. And see that town there, that bottom left one, it's kind of greyed out, it doesn't have a vision, it's covered in the fog of war, so that means that there's kind of an uprising there that I have to quell. And you can see the town on the right has the same issue as well. So I'm just sending my guardsman sweeping from left to right, and he's just going to clean up all the towns. So yeah, so there's an uprising here, and there's uprising at all those 5 along the bottom. He's just going to go from town to town to town. If you want to get a second lot of guardsmen, I mean, probably that would be the wisest. They're definitely the best unit on this map. And then because the enemy's got so many archers as well, it's good to have some horsemen. And then I like archers too, as well, just to have one in the middle. But the swordsmen don't really have too much of a role to play in this level. I'd probably favour the guardsmen the most. And there it goes, restoring peace. And then I realised, oh, I don't have merchants, so I was 4 merchants down, which wasn't the best. And just because you build them on this map does not mean they get assigned to the cities. So I'll probably have a stockpile of merchants there, siege, just waiting around to do nothing. So I'm just assigning them to the cities that they got destroyed from. And hopefully I've got a couple of experienced ones around who are generating me a little bit more coin than they normally would. And from here the threat's over, and it's just more kind of a waiting game. Oh no, wait. Okay, no, he's just so there's archer mobs down here. So there you go, got my horsemen and my bowmen on tap. I can send them in to kill the archers. Really don't want to lose my guardsmen, but looks like I probably am. So that's slightly unfortunate. But, you know, you can build more. You know, you don't have to stop building units. That just means it's going to take me a little bit longer to pass the level. It's one of those catch-22s. I mean, I can either waste 150 gold and build guardsmen again, or I can just leave these 2 cities and ruin it and not earn me any money. And it's kind of, well, are they going to generate, you know, the 75 gold needed in that time? I don't know, I like to have all the cities, so that's why I done it. The other thing to note is I knew my guardsmen were going to die, but I waited until they were dead before I built new ones, because you can see that the price of units goes up the more you have of them. So wait until guardsmen died. It only cost me 150 gold rather than the 240 to rebuild them, sort of thing.
This installation will be protected.
Yeah, so I don't think it says my goal at the moment is to eliminate the pillagers and generate an extra 1,000 dragons. I don't think you have to kill all the pillagers. I'm not sure, but I'm just doing it anyway. It could be a reason why you're not passing the level. I don't know, but yeah, just sending the guardsmen around and doing the job the first one should have done. So this mission is a little bit different, as it's kind of more of that keeping that plate spinning, just keep spamming merchants and assigning them to the cities and not to sort of panic. And at the start the assassins will be at the north, then the rogues at the south, so you can preempt that, and then there'll be kind of attacking units in the middle and a little bit on the left hand side and right hand side when the third wave sort of happens. But anyway, I'll be nearing my 1,000 gold, and once that happens, Daeron will be happy, so you don't actually get to play him in this level, but you get to read the sort of synopsis, I suppose, of the end of the Conquest of Dorne mission. So here the Great Lord's saying, yep, cool, Darion's happy, and there we go. He managed to get Dorne, but he couldn't hold it, and so that's why Dorne remains a free state, you know, outside of the Targaryens' hold. So anyway, that was that, and thanks for watching, and see you guys on the next one.